Hey friends! Welcome to my channel. Today, we're diving into a serious and very personal topic. The title of this video is Why I Regret Moving into a Nursing Home, 8 Hard Truths You Must Know. My name is Sara, I'm 84 years old, and I want to share an experience that turned my life upside down. This isn't just a story. It's lessons I've learned the hard way, and I hope they'll help you or your loved ones make the right choice. Back in the day, I thought moving into a nursing home was the best option. My family encouraged me, doctors said it'd be safer, and I believed I'd get a peaceful old age. But guess what? Reality hit me like a ton of bricks. I faced things no one warns you about, and now I want to tell you the truth. If you or someone you care about is considering a nursing home, stick with me until the end. I'm going to share 8 lessons that surprised me and made me think hard. Some will shock you, others will get you reflecting, and if you find this helpful, drop a comment below with your thoughts. I really want to hear from you. Let's get started. Regret 1. Losing independence. The first thing I regret is losing my independence. When I lived at home, my life was mine. I decided when to get up, what to cook, where to go. Want to stroll to the park? I'd grab my cane and go. Craving a pie? I'd fire up the oven and bake. But once I moved into the nursing home, everything changed. There's no freedom here. Breakfast is at 8 a.m., even if you're not hungry. Lights out at 10 p.m., even if you're in the middle of a book. Want to step outside? You wait until someone's free to escort you. I remember my first week sitting in my room thinking, where's my old couch? Where are my books? Why can't I just pour myself a cup of tea? The answer's simple. I'm living by their rules now. Take Marge from California, 79, from Los Angeles. She told me how she loved dancing and walking, but after moving into a nursing home, they said, wait for an aide if you want to go out. A couple of months later, she realized her freedom was gone for good. The worst part? You get used to it. At first you fight back, but then you give in. You stop arguing when they serve you potatoes instead of soup. You stop asking for a walk if no one's around to take you. And one day, it hits you. You're not in charge of your life anymore. What about you? Are you ready to let go of the little things that make you who you are? Drop a comment below. Do you value independence, or could you live with someone else's rules? Regret 2. Feeling forgotten. The second regret is the feeling that you've been forgotten. When I moved in, my family promised, Mom, we'll visit every week. And at first they did. My daughter brought flowers, my grandkids chatted about school. But then life got in the way. Work for my daughter, friends for the grandkids, and the visits tapered off. First it was calls instead of visits. Then even the calls stopped. One Thanksgiving, I sat in the common room. Everyone was staring at the door waiting for family, but no one showed up. I held my phone, wanting to call my son, but I didn't want to seem clingy. You sit there looking out the window, realizing the world's moving on without you. John from Texas, 86, from Austin, a former gardener, told me the same thing. His kids promised to visit, but after 6 months, he only saw them on holidays. He said, I don't blame them. They've got their lives. But loneliness cuts like a knife. I know my family loves me. But when you're not around every day, people assume you're fine, that you don't need their attention. But you do. The longer you're here, the easier it is for them to forget you. What would you do to avoid feeling abandoned? Got any ideas on how to remind your loved ones you're still here? Share them in the comments. I'm curious. Regret. 3. Losing a sense of purpose. Third is losing my sense of purpose. At home, I had things to do. I watered the plants, brewed coffee, dusted the shelves. Small stuff, but it gave me a reason to get up. Here, they do it all for you. Food's delivered, rooms are cleaned, even the flowers are plastic so no one has to fuss. At first, I thought, sweet, I'll finally relax. But after a couple of weeks, I realized relaxing isn't fun when it's all you've got. Days drag on forever. You sit, wait for lunch, then dinner, then bed. I've watched others fade away too. George from New York, 84, from Brooklyn, was a carpenter. He spent his life building things. But here, no tools, no projects. He told me, I feel useless, and I got it. His hands, once crafting homes, just rest in his lap now. When you don't have something to live for, life loses its flavor. You become just a number on a list. Tell me, what's your purpose? What gets you moving? Write it down below. Let's talk about it. Regret. 4. Declining health. Fourth is my health declining faster than I expected. At home, I was fit for my age. I walked to the store, strolled around, climbed stairs. But here, everything's too convenient. Food's brought to you, they clean up, they help you to the bathroom. Sounds great, right? Wrong, it's a trap. The less you move, the weaker you get. After a couple of months, my legs felt shaky. Getting out of a chair got tough. Walks wore me out. I've seen people who walked in here on their own end up in wheelchairs. Alice from Florida, 81 from Miami was like that. She loved walking and swore, I won't let age break me. But 6 months later, she was using a walker, then a wheelchair. She told me, I feel like I aged 10 years in a few months. It's not bad care. It's just that when everything's done for you, your body forgets how to function. If I'd known, I'd have kept moving, even here. How do you stay in shape? Got any tips? Share them in the comments. Regret 5. Loss of privacy. 5th is losing privacy. At home, I had my own room, my own quiet. I could shut the door and be myself. Here, you're never alone. Staff barge in without knocking, there are scheduled checks, and common rooms are always buzzing. Even the bathroom or shower comes with an aide. I get it. They're doing their job. But when you're 84 and someone's buttoning your sweater or holding a towel while you bathe, it's humiliating. Once I asked to be left alone in the bathroom, and they said, no, you might fall. I gave up. Marge from California complained about it too. Her roommate screamed at night and she couldn't sleep. Then there's Jerry from Illinois, 78 from Chicago. He told me he had to share a room with a guy who didn't clean up after himself. I lived alone my whole life, he said, and now it's like a dorm. This isn't your home, it's their space, and you're a guest. Are you ready to share your life with strangers? Tell me in the comments, what does privacy mean to you? Regret 6. Loss of dignity. 6th is losing dignity. It's like privacy, but deeper. At home, I was a person with a story. A mother, a grandmother, a woman who survived a war and raised 3 kids. Here, I'm just a patient. They call me by my last name, tell me what to do, decide for me. Once, a staff member walked in while I was changing and didn't even apologize. Just said, hurry up, we're on a schedule. You feel like a task, not a person. Georgia from Virginia, 85, from Richmond, told me how she was moved between nursing homes. In the chaos, they lost her hearing aids, and she said, I felt like a thing they were shuffling around. Dignity is something you build your whole life, and here they chip it away bit by bit. What would you do to hold on to yourself? Share your thoughts in the comments. Regret 7. Harder to leave than you think. 7th is realizing it's harder to leave than it seems. I thought, I'll try it, and if I don't like it, I'll go home. But home isn't the same anymore. While I was here, my kids cleared out my stuff, sold the furniture, rented out the place. When I said I wanted to go back, they asked, can you manage alone? Isn't it safer to stay? Physically, I'm not the same either. After months of barely moving, I worried I couldn't handle living at home. The longer you stay, the harder it is to break free. Alice from Florida felt it too. Her house was sold, and she said, there's no way back. George from New York said the same. His kids decided he was better off here, and that was that. Have you ever thought this could happen? Let me know in the comments. Regret 8. Losing connection to the world. Eighth is losing touch with the world. At home, I was part of life. I knew my neighbors, went to the market, watched the news. Here, you're in a bubble. There's a TV, but it's not the same. The world moves on, and you're stuck in the past. Jerry from Illinois said, "My grandson was talking about some new phone, and I didn't even know what he meant. There are no new ideas here, no changes. It's like a time capsule." Georgia from Virginia felt it too. After moving in, she lost touch with friends and said, "It's like I vanished from the world." It's sad. How do you think you'd stay connected to the world when everything changes? I'd love your ideas in the comments. Conclusion. There you have it, my 8 truths. I'm not saying nursing homes are evil. For some, they're a lifeline. But I regret not fighting for my freedom longer. If I'd known, I'd have found help at home, clung to my life instead of handing it over. If you're considering this step, think twice. Ask yourself, is this really best for me or just easier for everyone else? Your life's worth fighting for. Thanks for sticking with me. If you liked this, hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on the bell. And please, drop a comment below. What did you learn today, and how might it help you or your loved ones?